Hey everybody, how's it going? Thought I'd do a video on the Space Marine game. Not so much on my thoughts on it, because aside from the demo, I haven't actually played it yet. My copy was delivered today, actually. So I haven't actually played it yet, but I plan to. What I did do is I went through it before doing this little type of unboxing video, just to make sure everything was there, and check it out a bit. I didn't really look through anything too much, so let's get right to it. Firstly, I also got my White Dwarf in, which came really late, but whatever, I'm not that concerned about it. So I'll be doing a more thorough video or videos on the Sisters of Battle. But I can say safely now that I like it. I like what they did, and I think the point costs are fair. And that's just my thoughts. If anybody differs, that's your own thoughts. But I really do think they're fair. I think the troop choices are fine the way they're point costed and everything like that. So anyway, I got some progress done on Arlen. He's actually close to being done. So when that's done, I'll do a video on that, and hopefully I'll get him finished. My goal is to definitely get him finished before getting completely immersed in this game and not doing anything hobby related. So we'll see how that goes. From the demo, I really enjoyed it. I think this will be a fun game, but enough of that. I thought I'd show you, hands-on I guess, the collector's edition and what it's got. I'm sure you read up on it. I'm sure you probably see it on Games Workshop website on Tuesday, but I thought I'd do it myself. Now, I got this edition because I'm a Space Marine fan. I'm a 40k fan, and I'm a fan of the Space Marines. And it's a game, Space Marine. I thought I kind of owe it to the Codex, I guess, or to the group of codices to do that. Plus, I'm a sucker for collector's editions, especially when there's an art book in it. Now, I've gotten several other collector's editions. I got the StarCraft 2 collector's edition, Mortal Kombat, the God of War 3, even though I'm not a big fan of God of War series that much, Infamous 2 and stuff like that. So, I'm kind of comparing this collector's edition to other collector's editions I've had. Or I have, I say. So, that's what I'm comparing it to in relation to, I guess, overall, what it's got, what it includes, how it looks, and all that. And before I go into it, I want to say I like it. So I got this for the PS3, in case anybody was wondering. This is how it comes. It's a pretty big box. I mean, if you put a Codex on top of it, you can see it's still bigger than the Codex. When you consider all we really are paying for just the Blu-ray, in theory, for the game. So this is kind of big. And it slides out. Put that down. On the back of it, you see the contents that you get. And this is how it comes. Very 40k-like, I think. It comes in the shape of a tome, which is kind of cool. It's got the gold, fake gold edge pages. There's no real pages. Now it opens two ways. It opens to like the inner cover, and it opens to here. So, firstly, boom, you're hit with the purity seal at the inner cover. And it gives you a little bit of the fluff behind the purity seal for the Space Marines, which is pretty cool. And that's actually in the previous edition Codex Space Marines Codex. It goes into that. This is pretty much where that's from, which is pretty cool. You have the purity seal. Let me take that out without knocking the camera over. And you have like a fake stained glass little art here of a Space Marine firing his bolter, which is pretty cool. And the purity seal acts kind of like the whole sun thing from there. Purity seal says honor, the Aquila. And it looks pretty good. I mean, you have this, you know, not for children, 12 years or under. But if you peel that off, not that really matters. And you put on some nice double-sided Velcro. If you had a decent quality Space Marine costume, which, let's face it, hardly nobody has, or hardly anybody has, I think is the correct way of saying that. But if you did, this would be a perfect addition to it. I think it looks great. It's got cloth for the little ribbons here. And this has got, I forget what it's called, I think it's a Space Marine mantra. You know, it ends with, "They are my Space Marines and they shall know no fear." And it goes through it, the entire thing on here. And you can read it, which is pretty cool. So I think that's awesome. It looks nice and aged. Very nice. It sits in this little inset here. sitting all pretty. When you open it like this, it probably will fall out, so you do that to kind of keep it there, and you get another page of just art, which is pretty cool. And you're greeted immediately with this little pull-out tab thing, ribbon thing, and the art book, which is a substantial art book. It's about as substantial as the StarCraft 2 art book, which was a very nice quality art book, as well as the Warhammer Online art book. But anyway, enough tangents. Which is good because, for example, the God of War and the Mortal Kombat art books were only like this, or so, maybe like that. So this is a nice full-size book. Pop it out. It's decent thickness, and you open it up and you're greeted with Space Marines. It's got the enemies that you fight, and it's got the concept art for the world, the Forge world, and all that, which is pretty cool. You go through it. Got a Titan there, which is nice. Some ruins and all that. So that's pretty cool. I know I'm paging through the wrong way, but whatever. I look forward to actually getting a proper look at the art book. By proper, I mean going through page by page and just pretty much taking it all in. I'm a sucker for art books. Let me start off by saying that. And that's one of the primary reasons I got this collector's edition, is because I had an art book. So we'll set that to the side. And what you see is the game itself, still sealed. I hope to bust that open soon. You got the soundtrack, which is interesting. It should be an interesting listen. What's interesting, I was looking at it, and it says the Blood Ravens. I don't know why. I know nothing about the game aside from the demo, the trailers, and the commercial that I've seen. So, we'll see how that goes. Next up, you have your Elite Card Pack. It's kind of like a collectible cards thing. It's not a game. It's not like you get random ones. It's about the game. So, boom, you start off with the art boys, and it goes through. You see they're kind of foiled there. On the back of it, it gives you the rundown of them as far as the video game is concerned. Rank, role, a little bit about them information-wise, height, weight, weapons, and gameplay tip. Now, it's also allies here, so it's a gameplay tip for the enemies in terms of how to beat them, and gameplay tip as far as maximizing your NPC allies when they're there, which is kind of cool. So you have that, which is nice, and again, it fits in handy here. And they all fit in nice once you get it in there. You put the game in, and you put the art book in, like so. And it all sits pretty, just like this. You open it up, purity seal. And the back of it, again, is like the back of a book. It's nice art there. So I think it's a very compact collector's edition. You're not just getting the goodies inside. The box it comes in is part of the, I guess, the collection. You know, fake tome fits inside the box that I slid out of, nice and compact. So without rambling on too much longer, I guess I'll do my thoughts on it. Firstly, one thing I think they kind of dropped the ball on a little bit in terms of for a collector's edition is there's no in-game skin. And Mortal Kombat, Infamous 2 didn't have an art book, but came a little statue thing, which was cool, and it came with some in-game stuff, skin-wise, and I think a power, but that doesn't matter. Getting off topic again. The point is, there were skins offered for the game if you bought them from, I think, like Best Buy or Amazon, I think, or on Steam for the computer. And I think you can buy skins online on the PlayStation Store. I think you can buy the Blood Raven skin. I don't know if that's only for PlayStation Plus, because I'm not one of them, or if it's for everybody. But there were skins offered. It would have been nice if there was a special skin for the collector's edition, or just all the skins type of thing. Kind of like, hey, you shell out the cash, here you go, you get this stuff plus the stuff for the game. I don't care personally, because I don't really care about pixel crack. That doesn't do anything. But I know people do care about that, and it would be kind of cool to have something like that. I mean, to be honest, part of the reason why I bought Kill Team and played it was so I got the power sword. But anyway, so that's one thing I'd say as a negative for the collector's edition. But really, that's a very little, or very minor negative, I should say. It's very nice. I think, overall presentation, if you want to go that technical. But really, to continue my rambling a bit, I like the collector's edition. I think it's cool. One thing I think, and it has nothing to do with the collector's edition, it's just what they've been doing with the Ultramarines, is Second Company is featured, is like the poster child of the Ultramarines, which in turn are the very big poster child of Space Marines. Now budging into the video game world where the Blood Ravens were the poster child. But anyway, it's Second Company. I get it. At least I believe it's supposed to be, because they got the gold trim and all that. It could just be gold trim, but I think it's meant to be Second Company. I could be wrong. For all I know, it could be some other company of Ultramarines in the game. I haven't actually played the game from the beginning yet, or at all, aside from the demo. So if it is a different company, that's great. But I believe it's Second Company. Another reason I say it's kind of a nuisance or annoying a little bit is because we all know Captain Sicarius is the current Second Company captain. So it would have been cool to see Captain Sicarius or something like that, but I can see why they didn't do that. So I just don't know, like, in the time frame of 40K when this is supposed to take place. Not that it matters. It's just a nitpick, because I have to nitpick in order to, like, find a negative somewhere. But that's pretty much it. So you've endured my ramblings for a while. You saw a look in the collector's edition. I think it was worth it, personally. Then again, I'm a big fan of art books and all that, which is why I bought it in the first place. And the Purity Seal is a nice touch. So that's the collector's edition of Space Marine, and that's pretty much it. I look forward to playing the game. I got my White Dwarf in, like I believe I said in the beginning of the video, so I'll be doing videos on the Sisters of Battle, which I do like what they did with them. And I have Armin, who's nearly done, who I hope to get finished before I get immersed in this game and really cut on my hobby time. So, anyway, more videos to follow of other stuff and all that. So until next time, take it easy.